Hi everybody, welcome to this free qualifying round video guide for the Sunshine State 9-hole cup here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please give me a thumb up and make sure you're a subscriber as well. We are rapidly closing in on 20,000 subs. Replays and adjustments for all 9 holes with tournament wins here. Suggestions and tweaks for anything I didn't quite drop, but we've got plenty of drops to get you started. Remember, tweak as needed, take a token or two and change anything that you may need to according to your club's ball selection and play style. With a bit of luck, you'll do very well and you'll be safely through. Final round guide will be available on Saturday. Good luck, here we go. Lovely wind angle to start. We are going to send it close to the green. 5.8 top spin, 2 bars side spin. To the left you can use a berserker or a sawgrass ball. Sawgrass will of course give you a slightly steadier needle. Top of plus 24 with APOC 5 and above. APOC 5 and 6 will have half of the blue ring falling down into the sand on the right. If you've got APOC 4, don't worry about that. You'll be at P5 max rest and you will have 20% of the blue ring on the fairway, 80% of it falling down into the sand. Adjust max plus 10 power 5 settings, and then there is going to be a push-up needed here. With APOC 5 and 6, you will see I'm going to push up in a direct line to the tee. I'm pushing up 5.5 rings with APOC 5 and 6. If you've got APOC 4, you will push up, I would say, 5 rings because your rings are bigger. Half a ball of curl to the left, full overpower. It's going to be a fairly steady needle here, but try and hit perfect. This is a very narrow line and might need a wind angle tweak or two. As you can see, we're just skirting past the rough and pulling up before the rough on the right here. Drive distance 462. Second shot is going to be Endbringer School, but it's going to be Endbringer School with a twist. We're still going to play 20% elevation P5, but you can see here with no spin, it's a little bit difficult for me to find consistency with the ball guide. So you might need to add, what I'm doing here is adding 2 backspin and 2 left spin, because then it takes that slope out the equation. So I would try and add that to begin with and then replicate the setup here. As you could see from the beginning of that clip, it's going to be around 70-75% slider. Always check and measure that one yourself though. And then we're making our adjustment here. 1 pull over the bullseye, the second pull to the bullseye, and hitting perfect will be a very good chance here with your Endbringer following a successful drive to start off with a nice eagle. On this par 3, we're going to set up at P3 min line with the quarterback, red ring touching the rough on the right. I had the Guardian. It's not ideal. Make sure you've got the Sniper really, because you've got a better min line to push against. 4.5 backspin, 3 right spin, and then we're going to adjust to min plus 15, power 4 settings. Okay, min plus 15, power 4 settings. Might need a wind angle tweak or two, but the idea here is, like with the old position of the pin, to try and catch that slope on the green. There is a small funnel down there. The last part of the equation, and a very important one, is just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. So make sure you do just before circle drop overpower, plus any wind angle or wind strength tweaks that you may need. We're dropping that one right at the pin on this par 3. We're going to use APOC and Grizzly here. APOC 5 plus at P3 max rest. Aim in the middle of that island. And then it's time to add spin. 3.5 top spin, 3 left spin. APOC 4, you will stretch out 1.7 rings into overpower, but still aim in the same point. It's just obviously you've got to stretch out a little bit to compensate for the lack of distance. Then it's time to adjust rings, max plus 10, power 3. Take care when you're pulling off the edge of that platform there, because of course it does make the rings stick a little bit. So make sure you pull accurately. 1 ball of curl to the left, and then you'll see the overpower reference there. And that is just before the circle drops. Okay, so just before circle drop, overpower catches the fairway right in the middle and goes dead centre in that narrow part of the fairway and rolls out. And you can have a drive distance here of around 368. Second shot, we're going to make a pin check. +1 with the Grizzly 9, that would equate to +4 with the Grizzly 8. we're going to play it 14% slider. Then we're adding spin first, and it's going to be 4.1 or 4.2 clicks, if you want to call it clicks, but 4.1 bars of top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. This one needs a little tweak to the aim. I'm having here the red ring touching the rough, ball guide going to the pin. This one misses just a click or two short. Second attempt here, I kept the landing position the same and went with a click or two of overpower. Sadly got a glitch roll, but did not end up in the rough, so just wanted to throw that scenario out there. I wouldn't recommend you try that tweak. I would then rather go with a click more top spin, or maybe just tweak the aim, have your target maybe 1 click or 2 higher. But 0 elevation, +1, I played 14% slider. I would rather try a little bit more top spin there for the albatross as a potential tweak. Nasty little pin location here. The rough bump really is ruled out for free to play. 7.5 backspin, and then we're going with as much left spin possible. So it's priority backspin. Make sure you get 7.5, and then whatever left spin you've got with that 7.5 backspin. Landing position is key here. If you land too close to the bunker, you see you get a long ball guide. I want to avoid that, so I'm just taking my time here to make sure I'm in the right position, and I will give you a zoom in. You can see the tip of the ball guide is going to be in the middle of that light green square column towards the top of that individual green square. Pause the video. You can look at the second bounce as well there, being on the edge of that column as well. So there's a couple of references, as well as, of course, half of the red ring overlapping the rough. The adjustment is max +5, power 3 settings. Max +5, power 3. Plenty of room with this setup in terms of a single grate at least. Left and right should be fine. You'll see it bounces there very nicely away from the rough. And we're just dropping that one in. Hopefully you all know by now the Spring Major is around the corner. Brand new course, Sierra Plateau. It's absolutely wonderful. Playthroughs for all 3 divisions on the screen there. Rookie, Pro and Expert available right now on the channel. General wind directions gives you an idea of the holes, how they might play, and some routes you want to take. So go and check them out. On this hole we're going to set up with the quarterback, and we're going at P3 max rest with the quarterback 9+, blue ring touching the rough on the left hand side. Then we switch to APOC and sniper bag, 5.8 top spin and 3 left spin. Once the spins are added, it is then time to adjust max +10, power 3 settings. For me that is going to be 6.1 rings, but for you it may be a different value, so make sure you are using a wind app to work out your adjustments due to different accuracies, different wind strengths and so on. After we've adjusted, because we fall down to a lower point, I'm going to push up half a ring. Full overpower, slower needle, no curl, just try and hit perfect. Perfect ball away, going to bounce on the fairway first, second bounce on the next fairway, third bounce in the rough, and rolling out very nicely. Practice this one a couple of times. It is a little bit of a technical one, but you want to be around 373 yards. Second shot, I'm adding 0.4 topspin and 2 bars side spin to the left, and setting up here with a little bit of the red ring overlapping the rough, but the primary focus needs to be the ball guide. And you'll see there it's pointing to the corner of that dark green square, about 2.5 green squares to the right of the pin. You don't have to use the ace ball. I switched on this shot just to make sure I was guaranteeing a perfect, to make sure the content was done in a timely manner. But obviously it would help on the drive as well if you're worried about a great ball. +3 landing position is going to be 78% slider, 15% elevation. Sniper 9 may adjust into overpower here, so just be advised on that one. If you want to kind of put a tweak in or go with a higher power ball, if you've got lower level clubs, that will indeed help you. Onto this very tough par 4 now, and it's going to be really just a birdie, but there is a chance of an eagle with a tweak here if you fancy it. Yellow ring touching the rough on the right, at the top of +1 with the quarterback level 9 or 10. Then we go to APOC and Cataclysm bag and add spin. 5.5 top spin, 3 right spin. Adjustment max plus 10 power 3 settings. You don't have to use a Kingslayer, just using that one really to get me a kind of middle wind range, but obviously Kingmaker is fine as well in higher winds. Then we're going to go with 2.25 ball of curl to the right. Look at the T, where if you were to draw a line down, it would be intersecting the inner tip of the triangle just before the circle drops as our overpower reference, as we usually do. And hit perfect. Great right might clip the rough and roll out, so try and get a perfect ball away on this one, particularly with lower accuracy clubs. You want to be around 327. Second shot, I'm adding half a bar of top spin and 2 left spin. Then I've got to stretch out to find my position. A higher power ball, if you've got one with side spin 3, would be better here. But here I'm stretching out, having the ball guide 1 green square short of the pin, in line with the pin as we look at it from this view. I look at how many rings I'm in to overpower, because I'm going to have to push up those rings after my adjustment. This, however, will need a little bit of a tweak. In the video, I adjust max plus 0, and we're going to miss this a little bit high, but also a little bit on the left. So I would be tempted to try either max minus 5 or max plus 0, maybe with power 2 settings. Just take 0.2 off the adjustment. After I've adjusted, I push up the number of rings I was stretching out to find my position, and then it's time to take our shot. Great left might be trouble here. Like I said, if you're not interested in tweaking this, then that's fine. It's still a birdie. It is a tough par 4, but with a tweak or two, I think you've got a very, very solid chance at an eagle on this very difficult par 4. Going to go with a rough bump here. Once again, you don't need to use this ball. A Kingmaker will work fine as well, but it's always nice to have a bit of precision if you're worried about a great ball. 1 bar of backspin, red ring touching the rough on the top and the bunker on the right at the same time. Little tweak needed here, just missed this one. I wouldn't really want to be tweaking too much about the setup unless you wanted to add maybe a click of right spin. The other thing to do is potentially add a click or 2 of right curl, but it doesn't need much. 8.4 wind here. I kind of don't want any more than that really, otherwise you're adjusting up the slope on that really weird shaped fairway. This is very tough though. We're going mid plus 0, power 2 in the video, just missing on the left hand side, but definitely worth a tweak as the speed is very good. Time to send it here. I would like more wind than less though in this scenario. 5.8 top spin, 2 right spin. I would be tempted, if you've got a bit more top spin, to go with it, maybe 6.2. If possible, stretch out APOC 5 and 6, red ring touching the base of that palm tree at P5 max extension. APOC 4 will have to mimic the aim because you will be a little bit short. We have to do a really zoomed out approach here, but it's max plus 10 P5, and then with APOC 5 and above I'm pushing up 21 yards. APOC level 4 will need to push up 28 yards. Full overpower, half a ball of curl to the right, try and hit perfect. If you've got low wind, I would recommend trying a wind 0 ball, as you may get stuck in the rough. But all being well, and then bring a wedge. If you're enjoying the free content and want to help support the channel, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. You get win charts with all divisions when the tournament rounds start, elevation guides, shootout sheets for Checkpoint Challenge and Tour Play, and in addition to that, you will have early access to our latest Academy tutorial, and there's going to be more bonus content added there soon. Plenty of packages to suit everybody. All support is very much appreciated, so please go and check us out. Nasty little wind angle here. We want a safe eagle only. Quarterback, 9 or 10. Blue ring touching the wooden rim there at P3 max. Rest. 5 top spin, 3 left spin, then we switch to APOC and Cataclysm or Big Dog bag, whichever gives you the best stats for the shot that we need to do. Then we're going to pull our adjustment very carefully down off the edge of the pontoon because the rings always get a bit sticky there. max +5, power 3, and then we're going to go with a little bit of left curl, outer wall, and just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. And the idea here is we bounce firstly on the fairway, and then the curl and the spin do their thing, and we go second bounce in the rough and roll out along towards the end of this fairway pad, around 318 yards. Second shot with your distance wood club at P3 max rest, bullseye in the middle of that section of fairway. I go with 1 top spin and 3 right spin here. Could maybe take a click or 2 off the top spin if you like, but you're still going to be on the green, and that is the priority. Max +0 will take you into overpower. You don't need to count how much though, because we're going to go full overpower regardless, and we're going to go with full right curl. It is going to be a shaky needle, unfortunately. Try and hit perfect though. I would think you've got a minor great left and a great right here though as well. And we're rolling onto the green, catching the slope at the back, and the ball's going to roll down near to the flag, and you've got a very easy putt to grab your eagle on this par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.